This is pretty much going to be the opposite of one of those I spent videos because, you know, it's not like I didn't get anything, but I really didn't get that much stuff at all. Certainly not enough stuff probably to be qualified to do a haul video. I only got the small Sephora bag. Whatever. This is my channel. Do what I want. Abracadabra, my nap fam. It's your girl T, aka the nappy-headed jojoba, doing an unscheduled video just because I can, baby. Just because I can. Some of y'all might remember from a recent video I did that I tried to film on a weekday that there is construction going on in my garage, and there still is. But oh, the joys of construction and how they have indefinite delays. That's what we're experiencing right now. They're not going to be doing the construction until further notice because they're waiting on some part, which means I actually have relative quiet. I still have to listen to my neighbor being terrible at playing guitar upstairs. But it's one of those 2 times of year when Sephora has a sale. They only have 2 a year, basically. Sometimes they'll throw in 1 or 2 other more low-key minor promotions, you know, sale on sale items or bonus points where their points are quite worthless, so I never really see much value in that. As a makeup enthusiast, as you can probably tell from what's going on with this, I do love my eyeshadows and foundations and skincare and all that, but I have to say, I don't really have the same fervor that I used to. Whenever the one of the 2 Sephora sales is upon us, I start to get a lot of suggested videos of people saying, wish list for the Sephora sale, what you should buy during the Sephora VIB sale, Sephora VIB sale haul, all that kind of stuff. And I used to eat those videos up with so much enthusiasm, and now I still do watch them here and there, but sometime over the past year to 2 years, I just kind of stopped giving a shit. I don't really know what happened. After a certain point, after so many products started coming out, and it was just eating up all of my spending money, I just got to a point where I think I just hit the wall and I was like, who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck? It's just another eyeshadow palette. It's just another highlighter palette. Oh my god, if I hear about 1 more highlighter palette, I might have to quit watching YouTube videos altogether. The makeup obsession, you know, just kind of being in the sunken place where you are so hyped about every palette, about every new product launch from every company that you have to get it. Oh my god, it's limited edition. Let me buy 2 so I can have a backup. All that shit, like, I'm just not falling for it anymore. And Sephora with their stingy ass sales, you know, in the spring it's always 15% if you're VIB or above. In the fall, it's 20% if you're VIB and above. And like, she's cool, but Ulta got more John Blaze shit than that. As someone who is VIB Rouge and has been for a while, it ain't worth it anyway. You're not missing anything. The perks are negligible. Basically, they just give you more time to spend money at a rate of 15% off. And where I live in Southern California, 15% off is barely even a discount. Once you add in tax, I'm basically getting about 5% off. Even though it's that time of year where people are telling you all the bullshit that you need to be buying at the Sephora sale, because the sale is on next weekend for VIBs and beauty insiders. They already had this previous weekend for VIB Rouges, and somehow I am still a VIB Rouge, even though I don't feel like I spend nearly as much money at Sephora as I used to. Sephora's point system is wiggity whack. If you're not familiar, basically the points are good for like sample sizes of other products. I've accumulated quite a lot, really an embarrassing amount of points at Sephora, because each point is basically equal to $1, and I'm just like, I can't believe I spent this many dollars at Sephora. My spending habits have changed, so I don't anticipate remaining VIB Rouge going into next year. Legit, there was a point where I was buying stuff at Sephora every single month. I was able to do my shopping this past weekend, and we'll also have an opportunity to shop again on this coming weekend. The VIB Rouges basically get 2 weekends and everybody else gets 1. So I guess really, even though this is a haul video, you know, the world's saddest haul ever of Sephora stuff, it's really just a plea to be a little bit more reasonable and not lose our damn minds just because Sephora is deciding to throw us a freaking bone and give us a whopping 15% off. Like, that's not even that good a discount. This is really just a good time to restock on things you know you're using anyway, since you can get a little bit of a discount, and maybe try things that you know are limited edition and might not be around when the fall sale comes around. My spending habits have changed so much that I legitimately pretty much don't shop at Sephora ever unless I have a discount. So I did pick up a few things and I was just going to share them with you because I just kind of felt like hanging out with you guys today. You know, it's wild out in those YouTube streets. I've experienced a lot of the worst of it professionally and here on my personal channel. So it's amazing to me and really encouraging to see that that is not the majority of people. The vast majority of people, the overwhelming majority of people, at least in our little family here on my channel, are wonderful, amazing people. Enough gushing, let's get into the most modest Sephora haul possibly in the history of YouTube. If you guys saw my sunscreen video that I just put up maybe 2 videos ago, you know that I'm really into mineral-based sunscreens. Not really into, exclusively into mineral-based sunscreens. So I picked up the Drunk Elephant Umbra Sheer Physical Daily Defense. This is only an SPF of 30, which is usually below my requirement, but it's got a concentration of 20% zinc oxide, which is higher than some other sunscreens that I have that are only zinc. So I imagine that they probably marked it a lower sun protection factor than what they are typically allowed to do. I feel like they probably are sandbagging a little bit with how much protection it's actually giving. And I love Drunk Elephant. A lot of you guys have heard me talk about their serums before. They were game changers in my skincare. And I had tried this sunscreen when it first launched and I did not like it at all. I found that it would pill or ball up on my skin depending on what other skincare I had on underneath it. And it definitely did leave a white cast on my skin. Since then, they've reformulated it and I've been swatching it on my hand here and there whenever I happen to be in a store that has it. And I've noticed that the new formula seems to be really good. And at 3 fluid ounces, it's a really nice size container. So as my quest for options of mineral-based sunscreens continued, I wanted to give this one another chance because it seemed like it could be a good one for me. So I hope I like it because I do like that it's such a large amount in here. Next, I picked up this moisturizer. I will admit this was a bit of an impulse buy, but I was in store. When I stumbled upon this in the store, I was immediately intrigued because I did already like another product by this brand. I like that this has hyaluronic acid in it. It also had licorice root, which is really good for brightening dark spots. So I figured I'd give it a try. It's called Glow Recipe, and this is their Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer for oily to combination skin. I already have their overnight mask. I forget exactly what it's called, but it's also a watermelon-y kind of thing. I picked up a pair of lashes. These are the House of Lashes Natalia lashes. I've purchased these before and I love them. These for me are a perfect lash for wearing in real life. They're still pretty dramatic. I love these for going out if I'm going out at night or if I'm going to a wedding or something like that. These are a great lash. Typically people think that I just have either amazing lashes, which, I mean, maybe if you're Jackie Aina, you've got lashes that look like this on their own, but not me. Or they think that I just have lash extensions, which is fine with me. I feel like that's like the perfect sweet spot for what I want to do if I'm going to put on a full-on strip lash, but I don't want to have lashes that are touching my eyebrows. So this is a restock and I will continue to buy these lashes as long as they're around. I really like them. While I was meandering around the store, I also came across this Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting Blush in the shade Euphoric Fusion. I'm not big on blush, but I'm big on blushes by Hourglass. Here is the shade in the pan, and I'm also wearing it on my cheeks right now, and I just loved it. Hourglass products are tricky because you can swatch them, but it's not really going to show you anything. If anything, it might look really crappy or unremarkable when you swatch it on your hand or your arm. But I've been wearing Hourglass products for years now, and I kind of know that. So I got a pretty good sense of what the color would be like by swatching it on my hand. I knew that I was going to love it on my cheeks, and I do. This is one of their strobe lighting blushes, which I think is a bit more luminous than their ambient lighting blushes. These, along with my Burberry Tangerine blush, which I put in my favorites of some year quite a while ago, and my Urban Decay Video blush, those are my favorites. So pretty much anything by Hourglass and the Urban Decay and the Burberry when it comes to powder blushes, that's pretty much all I rock with. I have a couple others, but I honestly need to be including those in the clear out of my makeup collection that's going on right now because I don't reach for them. The last item that I picked up in store was this foundation from Sunday Riley called the Influencer. It is the foundation I am wearing right now, and here's just a little before and after shot of how I look with nothing and how I look with just the foundation before I put on my eye makeup and concealer and any other makeup. I was interested in this foundation because I like so many things by Sunday Riley from their skincare range. Basically, their oils. I don't really use much else by them. I've tried Good Genes and I didn't really feel like it did much for my skin, but I really love their Luna Night Oil, which is a Sephora exclusive, as well as their Rose Oil. Those are my two favorites. But this is their new foundation. They used to have another one, which I believe I tried and returned. This one is supposed to be natural looking, have long wear, lightweight feel, satin matte finish, medium to full coverage. I think I agree that the coverage is medium to full. I think I agree that the finish is satin matte. It is a very lightweight. We'll see if it's long wear. Natural looking, I don't know about that. I did find that it looked like it was slightly clinging to dry patches, which is saying a lot because my skin isn't really dry. It's more on the oily side. But I guess I'll get a better idea of how I like this foundation as the day goes on and as I edit this video. And that's it. That is everything that I bought in the Sephora VIB sale for spring 2018. It is far less than what I typically have done in the past with these sales where I just should have lost my damn mind. I'm currently in the process of getting rid of ideally 60% of my makeup because I've only got one face, y'all. So I really want to whittle it down to only the things that I love and that I use on a regular basis and stop holding on to things where it's just like, maybe I might use that someday, or I spent money on that so I should keep it. My plan is to donate anything that hasn't gone off and expired to one of the women's shelters here in LA. And from here on out, keep my shopping to a lot more reasonable hauls like this. In terms of my recommendations for you for this sale or any other, it would be pretty much what I said at the beginning, is to try to maintain your sanity and don't worry so much about missing out on things. I know FOMO is a real thing and we get very attached to wanting certain things, and retail therapy is a real thing. But at the end of the day, it's just makeup and you probably aren't going to remember if you didn't buy that lipstick that one time. That is a wrap for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Happy and responsible shopping to you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
That's a nappy-headed hose there, I'm going to tell you that now.